Know your standing, status verified, PMA member, and beneficiary. Many people are hearing these terms for the first time. The purpose of this structure is simple: to create a documented, private, and organized body of verified freedmen. The three terms are connected, but they do not mean the same thing. Status verification comes first. Before anyone can become a PMA member or be recognized as a beneficiary, they must first become status verified. Status verification means a person has submitted the required records and has been reviewed under Freedmen Nation's verification standards. This process helps confirm that the person belongs within the documented body the institution was created to serve. It is not based on appearance, social media claims, verbal statements, or DNA testing. It is based on identity records, family connections, census records, and other historical documentation. A person who is still pending or unverified is not yet a PMA member and is not yet recognized as a beneficiary. What is a legal instrument? A legal instrument is a formal written document that creates, records, or defines a relationship, responsibility, right, or process. Examples include agreements, authorizations, deeds, contracts, membership documents, and beneficiary records. Within this structure, legal instruments help document that a person completed status verification, that the person entered the private membership association, that the person is recognized within the beneficiary framework, what access and responsibilities apply, and what authority the person does or does not have. The legal instrument creates a written institutional record. It moves a person's standing beyond a verbal claim, social media profile, or informal family statement. What is a PMA member? PMA means Private Membership Association. A PMA member is a person who has already completed status verification and has been accepted into Freedmen Nation's private membership structure. A person cannot become a PMA member without first becoming status verified. PMA membership may provide access to private communications, internal notices, educational information, member discussions, genealogy resources, training, and other opportunities reserved for verified freedmen. Being a supporter, follower, donor, or website visitor does not automatically make someone a PMA member. Membership follows verification. What is a beneficiary? A beneficiary is a status-verified PMA member recognized as part of the documented harm group the institution was established to serve. Beneficiary recognition may connect a person to internal notices, advocacy information, historical preservation work, family documentation, land and estate initiatives, legal empowerment updates, and future reparative programs developed for verified freedmen. Beneficiary status does not automatically guarantee money, property, legal representation, a settlement, or control over the institution. It establishes documented standing within the beneficiary body. The structure in plain language. The order is: first, status verified. Your records are reviewed and accepted. Second, PMA member. You enter the private membership association. Third, beneficiary. You are recognized within the documented beneficiary harm group. No one can skip the first step. Why a documented beneficiary group matters for reparations. One of the largest challenges in any reparations program is determining who qualifies, how eligibility will be documented, and how benefits can be distributed responsibly. A documented beneficiary harm group helps answer those questions before a government agency, settlement administrator, private institution, or reparations program begins issuing benefits. Instead of starting from the beginning and trying to identify every eligible person after a program is approved, a verified structure can provide an organized body of individuals whose records and standing have already been reviewed under established standards. This can make it easier to identify the intended beneficiary population, reduce fraudulent or unsupported claims, provide notice to eligible beneficiaries, organize applications and supporting records, develop fair distribution procedures, document family and historical connections, and administer future reparations programs more efficiently. Government recognition or payment would still depend on the applicable law, program, appropriation, eligibility rules, and official approval. Status verification does not guarantee a government payment. It creates an organized framework that may help government or other institutions identify and serve a documented beneficiary harm group. Reparations do not have to depend only on government. The structure is also intended to support reparations developed outside of government. The Freedmen Reparations Fund Trust may pursue lawful revenue through donations, sponsorships, licensing, investments, business activity, property, intellectual property, partnerships, and other forms of economic participation. As the trust develops assets and revenue through the capitalist system, it may use those resources to fund reparative programs for eligible beneficiaries in accordance with its governing documents, available funds, and approved distribution procedures. This means the institution does not have to wait entirely on Congress, a state legislature, a city government, or another public body before beginning reparative work. The long-term goal is to build an economic structure capable of acquiring and protecting assets, preserving land and historical property, supporting beneficiary programs, funding education and documentation, investing in economic development, creating institutional revenue, and distributing trust-funded reparative benefits when resources and governing procedures permit. The trust's ability to make any payment will depend on actual assets, lawful revenue, administrative decisions, and the terms of the applicable program. Beneficiary recognition is not a promise of immediate or guaranteed payment. Why status verification matters. For generations, many freedmen families have experienced missing records, family separation, misclassification, lost property, and incomplete historical documentation. Status verification helps rebuild that record. It creates a documented connection between the individual, their family history, and the institution. As more people become status verified, the institution gains a clearer record of the families and individuals within the beneficiary harm group. That strengthens the foundation for future advocacy, preservation, genealogy, land research, economic development, and reparations administration. Verification is not simply about receiving a certificate or identification number. It is about establishing documented standing before opportunities, programs, or distributions become available. Do not wait until reparations are announced. Waiting until a government, corporation, settlement administrator, or private fund announces a reparations program may leave a person scrambling to locate records and establish eligibility. It is better to complete the process now. A status-verified person has already begun organizing the documentation that may be needed to establish standing within a future reparations program. You do not need to know every detail of your family history before starting. Begin with the records you currently have. Become part of the documented beneficiary body. Freedmen Nation is building more than an online audience. It is building a documented private body of verified freedmen that can be identified, organized, protected, and served. Status verification establishes your documented standing. PMA membership allows you to enter the private association. Beneficiary recognition places you within the documented harm group that future government, institutional, settlement-based, or trust-funded reparations programs may be designed to serve. Get status verified before the opportunity arrives. Preserve your family records. Establish your standing. Become part of the beneficiary body being built for verified freedmen and future generations. Begin at freedmennation.org. Support the mission. Donate through Cash App, Freedmen Legal Fund, donate or sponsor a Freedmen Historical Marker, freedmennation.org.